The following is a presentation of The Day.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to the day's continuing coverage of Connecticut High School basketball. We're here tonight at Ledyard High School as the Colonels will host the Stonington Bears, a ECC rival, in a CIAC playdown game. I'm Jim O'Neill. I'm here with my partner, the award-winning columnist of the day, Mike Tomorrow. Mike, this is third time is a charm for Stonington because they've played twice before.
They have, Coach, and if we go on the results of those past two games, we could walk right out that door now because there's no point in being here. 20-point.
The Colonels with two 25-point wins in there, and the recent one not so long ago, just before the conclusion of the season. On paper, a tough matchup for the Bears.
But I don't think that's the Ledyard team that has been playing for the past couple of weeks.
This is a Ledyard team that I think hit sort of a little crisis of confidence, particularly in the last ball game of the season. They played Hartford Public, played for 3 quarters, some of the best basketball we've seen all year long, and then unable to take care of the basketball in the fourth quarter, gave away a 14-point lead and lost to Public in a loss that I think kind of snapped their momentum, and they have not really played, I would say, well since.
No, and for some reason, tournament games at this time of the year just aren't played at a very quick pace, and that's the pace at which Ledyard wants to play, and they've had a real hard time. Real hard time playing half court. Value the ball. You have to make outside shots basketball.
Do you think now Ledyard comes in off a really not a good loss in the ECC tournament? Everybody's looking forward to a Ledyard New London final.
Yeah.
Was Ledyard looking forward to it too much?
Hard to say. I don't understand. I don't understand why in that game Ledyard played man-to-man against a team that really didn't make an outside shot all year. I mean, to me, Ledyard is way better. Clearly the better team, but I think sometimes you've got to adjust the way you can't always play the way you want to.
Now, on the other side of the coin, the Stonington Bears are not without a prolific scorer.
Jackson Donahue is the best shooter in this league. Period. Fun to watch. How coaches. You know how somebody said how we hear all the time. Bunting is a lost art. Shooting is too, and Donahue is their one chance to win this game because he can get 30.
Will that be enough?
Maybe not, but it'll be awfully fun to watch.
So what we're talking about is a matchup where it's Ledyard's task to sort of make it difficult for Jackson Donahue to have one of those big nights. And from Stonington's point of view, it'll try to get Ledyard into a pace that's frustrating for them.
Absolutely. You're going to see 2 guys running him all night.
Let's talk about the Stonington starting lineup, Michael.
Coach, the Bears 13-10 will start senior Tim Ferraro, junior Jack DiPolino, junior Willie Harris, senior Chris Bavino, and junior Jackson Donahue.
This is not a big Stonington team either, by the way, at Ledyard with a decided advantage inside. Would you agree? Darnay Gray should be a dominant force.
Ledyard's best shot might be the missed shot. in this game because they should be able to go get it.
Well, let's talk about that Ledyard starting lineup.
Their guards tonight, a little bit of a change. John Rainey and sophomore Philip Thomas. The forwards are senior Thomas Whipple, a player of the year candidate in the ECC. Forward Kyrie Childs, who will draw the defensive assignment against Donahue, and the big center, junior Darnay Gray, who should have his way in this game.
Two things I noticed right away. Rainey starting in front of River Thomas, in an effort to get a little more stability in the backcourt.
Yeah, Rainey is a senior. He's been through this before, and that's a position that the coaches have been trying to fill and been a little bit concerned about all year. So I think at this time of year, maybe you go with the older kid.
The other thing we did talk about, Darnay Gray. We've had now 3 Ledyard games, and Darnay Gray has been a dominant force in all of them. Against Public, Harvard Public had no answer for him at all, and really dominated the inside in the game against North Free Academy. Strangely enough, though, Ledyard had a difficult time getting him the basketball in the Norwich Free Academy game, and I think in the long run that was their undoing.
Well, that comes down to guard play also. It's not enough sometimes to have the big guy. You've got to work and you've got to know how to get him.
Right, you are. Well, tonight's ball game is going to center around whether or not Stonington can be the best player that could guard Gray on the Stonington bench. Unfortunately, is wearing a purple shirt. Assistant coach Matt Rollins. We still should get an exciting one here. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll be ready for Connecticut CIAC basketball action.
At the M.J. Sullivan Automotive Corner, our #1 goal has always been to earn your business for life. As one of the largest dealerships in eastern Connecticut, selling Chevrolet, Cadillac, Buick, and Hyundai, we accomplish our goal by not just offering the best buying experience, but more importantly, the best service experience after the sale. That philosophy is what built this company from a single base service station nearly 45 years ago to who we are today. So experience the difference and let us earn your business for life. The M.J. Sullivan Automotive Corner in New London or at mjsullivanauto.com.
Nicely done. Our national anthem. Jim O'Neill here along with Mike DeMauro courtside at Ledyard High School as we're getting ready for the start of Ledyard Stonington in a CIAC play-down game. Teams have already played a state championship game coming into this one.
Yeah, yes, they have. Look, I would. One thing I think it's important for Stonington in this game is to start quickly. Ledyard, I don't think, is the most confident team right now, and I think that they can get off to a good start. They can hang in this.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mike. I think for Ledyard, it's really about regaining their confidence, their swagger as a team. The team I saw play Hartford Public that night, that last game of the season, looking for its 19th win of the season, was just an outstanding basketball team. Really had a lot of answers, both offensively and defensively. I've seen them lose their confidence a little bit since. If there's a chance for a Stonington upset, it's based on Stonington. I think you're right, Mike. Staying in this one.
Yeah.
For as long as they can. Stay in it.
Yeah.
All right, Kyrie Childs will jump center against Willie Harris. Colonel's going left to right, as you right to left on your screen. And the tip controlled by the Colonels. This is Philip Thomas. Gives to Whipple. Right side Thomas, long jump is no good. Strong rebound by Darnay Gray, gets it back on top. In the lane, the pass goes to Childs, and he scores. Good pass by Philip Thomas. Ledyard immediately in man pressure. This is Ferraro. Childs with the assignment on Donahue. Harris into the lane. Short jumper Ferraro is good. 2-2. 7:24 remains first quarter. Half-court pressure, zone pressure now by the Bears, which will slow things down a little bit. Here's Rainey, right side. Inside to Gray. Gray along the baseline, uses that considerable bulk to score.
I think Rainey thought about jacking that one up, too.
By the way, when I say bulk on Darnay Gray, I mean it in the nicest possible way.
He's huge.
I mean, he's a well-sculpted young man. All right, Bears now. Here's Harris in the lane, drives the lane, lays it in. Good slashing move by Willie Harris, ties the game at 4. Bears back in. Here's Rainey. Top of the key to Thomas, down the lane, lays it up and in, near the count. Nice break pressure by the Colonels. Rainey with a nice pass to Thomas in the lane, who got the foul as well. 6-4 Colonels with 6:40 remaining first quarter. Thomas completes the three-point play, 7-4. Ledyard on top of the Bears. Ledyard in full court pressure. Ferraro will control, and he does. Ferraro to Harris. Harris against Gray, spins right. Now the ball knocked away on the floor. Jump ball called. It'll go to Stonington. Stonington will retain possession. Looks like Stonington could try to use Willie Gray's quickness against Darnay Gray on the perimeter. We'll see how that works out. I don't think Jackson Donahue's had a touch yet. All right, Ferraro now. Down the lane, short jumper is good. Kevin Ferraro with a slashing move, pulls the Bears to within 1. There's Thomas right side, inside to Gray. Wheels in the lane, ball stolen by Ferraro. He comes the other way. Dribbles out of traffic, ball stolen by Rainey. Rainey down the lane and lays it in, and the foul is called. Nice steal at midcourt. Rainey converts on the other end and puts the Colonels on top by 3 with 5:57 remaining in the first. And he'll try to complete the three-point play. Just a case of trying to dribble through man pressure there, Mike. Ball stripped and Rainey there to convert on the other side. Dips, shoots, rattles it around, no good. Strong rebound, Harris. This is Donahue. Down the left-hand side, now shut off there. Comes across midcourt, where he's swallowed up, and the ball stolen by Rainey. Rainey comes the other way, gives to Whipple. Whipple inside to Childs, he scores. Good look inside by Thomas Whipple to Kyrie Childs, who had streaked toward the hoop. And I can't remember seeing as many conventional three-point plays, Michael, in the first 2 minutes of a ball game. 5:42 remaining. Colonels on top by 5, and they'll take a quick timeout. We'll keep it here.
And because of that, Bovino just got his second foul. That's their second leading scorer. That hurts.
And Devontae White will come into the ball game to replace him. That's one thing Stonington really cannot do, is get in foul trouble early.
No, and one thing I've I've noticed, I'm sure you have too, which is if you want to break Ledyard's pressure, dribble less, not more.
Well, I think that's what Ledyard wants in that
Yeah.
pressure. Wants you to try to push the pace on it, and they'll trap and double team whenever they can. And they've done a very good job. Jackson Donahue has had one touch, and that was trying to get it across half court, and he got stripped.
Yeah.
So they've not been able to, although I think the Bears are 3 for 3 from the floor. Here's Childs, dips, shoots, rattles it home, and it's 12-6 Colonels. And they're in full court zone pressure this time. This is Harris, cross court to Ferraro. Ferraro trapped at midcourt and throws it out of bounds. Here comes Childs the other way. Childs gives to Whipple, to Rainey, back to Whipple. Whipple drives in the lane, passes inside. Nice pass is blocked by White there. Side jump is no good. Rebound originally taken by Donahue, and they'll call it off of Donahue and give the Colonels the ball.
Stonington's got to slow down.
Well, they're definitely playing at a Ledyard pace right now. 5:13 remains first quarter. This is Whipple on top to Rainey. Right side Thomas, long jump, no good. Rattles around, and Harris grabs the rebound. Ferraro comes the other way for the Bears. As they try to set their offense. This is Donahue. Donahue, three-point jumper. Off the rim, no good. Rebound taken inside by Ferraro. He scores off the glass.
That's 6 for him.
Accidental offense, but good offense by Tim Ferraro as he scores. Rainey, long three-pointer the other way. No good. Rattles it around. Philip Thomas on the putback. Fast-paced ball game, 14-8. With 4:25 remaining first quarter. And the foul called on top. And Troy McKelvin gets off the bench and says, silly foul, Thomas. You don't want to be fouling ball handler 40 feet from the basket.
Donahue got a good shot the last time down. That's what Stonington wants.
All right, this is Ferraro against Rainey. Comes left, gives to Donahue. Donahue back to Ferraro. Ferraro in the lane for the floater, no good. Rebound taken by Gray. Gives to Whipple, who races into the front court. Long pass inside, goes to Childs, who lays it in. 16-8. Colonels by 8. This is Donahue. Ahead to Dipolino. Dipolino down the lane for the layup, and the offensive foul is called. Good square up defense there.
That is exactly what Ledyard wants.
This is definitely at Ledyard's pace. We got 3:51 remaining, barely over 4 minutes played, and the Colonels have an 8-point lead at 16-8.
Dipolino with his second foul.
Matt Donahue will check in probably to replace Dipolino. Gray wheels in the lane, throws it up, no good. Rebound, strong rebound taken by Jack Dipolino. Gives to Donahue, comes against Gray the other way. Gray hounds him down the lane. Here's Donahue inside to Harris. Harris with the reverse. Couldn't quite get it. Rainey picks up the loose ball. Comes the other way and gives to Whipple. Whipple ahead to Philip Thomas. Baseline Gray. Gray with the offensive foul.
I'll tell you who I like.
Feel free.
Willie Harris.
Willie
Nice looking player.
Yeah. All right, as we said, Matt Donahue in the ball game now. He replaces Dipolino, who's got 2 fouls.
Donahue's everywhere.
Long pass here. Goes to White. White can't handle it, but gives it back outside where it's stolen by Philip Thomas. Gives to Whipple. To Evan Stockman, who is in the ball game. Long three-pointer is no good. And rebound taken by the Bears, and the travel is called.
I don't think Dave Cornish wants Rainey shooting those threes that quickly into the possession.
All right, Rainey, cross court to Philip Thomas, back to Whipple now. Right side, Rainey looks inside for Stockman. To Philip Thomas. All the way across court to Rainey. Rainey against the Stonington zone now. They're in a 2-3. Here's Philip Thomas, long three-pointer, no good. Rattles off the rim, taken by Ferraro. Ferraro down the lane. Ball is kicked. 16-8, 2:33 remains. First quarter here at Ledyard High School. Colonels on top by 8. And they'll inbounds from virtually from the corner, and we get a quick timeout. We'll keep it right here during this timeout. Michael, pace definitely favoring Ledyard, I would say.
Absolutely, and Kyrie Child's doing a very nice job limiting the number of times Donahue has gotten the ball.
He's actually gotten one shot off, a contested three-pointer. And other than that, has really been able to get the basketball. Now, in fairness, by the way, the Bears have shown some offense, actually, because they've had a couple of slashing moves by Ferraro and Harris, who scored inside for their 8 points. But they really need an offensive game out of Jackson Donahue.
They do, Coach, and I think the way you get that is slow down, run your stuff. You know, just because you break the pressure doesn't mean you have to shoot it in 5 seconds.
All right, Ferraro on top now. Right side, Donahue. Matt, that is. Harris to Ferraro, and they will slow it down a little bit. Run their offense a little bit. Cross-court pass to Ferraro. As Childs overplayed Jackson Donahue at that time just to keep the ball away from him. And the foul is called. Little delayed call, but I think the right call. Whipple picks up his second. By the way, Thomas Whipple, 2 fouls, a combination of a combined 100 feet from the basket.
Yeah. You know, not that that's ever good, but at this time of year, you can't do that.
Well, 2 fouls on Whipple. We'll see how that plays out. Here's Donahue with a shot. No good. Rebound taken by, that was Matt Donahue, I should add. Here's Whipple down the lane. Ball knocked out of bounds, off of Ledyard. Pass got deflected and ends up going off the Colonels. Quante Reels into the ball game, replacing Thomas Whipple.
Someone should tell the Stonington players that we have no shot clock in this game.
Well, it's tough to pass up some of the shots that they've got. It's not like they're taking a lot of bad shots. It's just that Ledyard is trying to force the pace.
Yes.
By giving a little bit. There's into the double team. Out of bounds is called. That was a give and go right into the double team along the sideline, and Jackson Donahue stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, I think Donahue was going down the court saying, "What was I going to do with it when I got it?"
All right, Reels, right side Childs to Philip Thomas. Philip Thomas, long cross-court pass is intercepted by Jackson Donahue. He'll come the other way, where he's swallowed up in the double team and the ball is stolen. Ahead to Childs. Childs underneath, lays it in. 18-8. 10-point lead with 1:09, and then travel is called. Ledyard pressure taking its toll.
Donahue can't do it all by himself, and frankly, he should stop trying.
Rainey replaces, Gray replaces Rainey, for the Colonels. Stockman, right side three-pointer, rattles around, no good. Strong rebound by Childs, who lays it in.
11 for Kyrie Childs.
1 minute to go in the first quarter, 20-8 Colonels. Ball batted around there, now goes to Harris. Harris drives the lane against Gray. Into the lane, short jumper is no good. Rebound, Gray. Harris down on the court. Head coach Kevin DiPolino
is
really upset with the non-call on Darnay Gray. I'm not sure there was a call there, but
I didn't think there was a foul there.
He went hard to the court, and they called a timeout in the backcourt. Kenzie Desire comes into the ball game replacing Kyrie Childs, I believe. Yep. All right, 2-3 zone again. 39 seconds remains. Inside Gray. Greg ball knocked out of bounds by White.
You know, Ledyard's.
Oh, and they're calling the ball over to Stonington.
Yeah.
That's a White out there, bounds. Zone pressure now by the Colonels. Here's Ferraro dribbling through traffic and gets the foul call. That'll be the 4th Ledyard foul. Both teams with 4 fouls here. 35 seconds remains here in the first quarter, 20-8. Colonels with a 12-point lead. This is Harris. Gives to Ferraro. Ferraro up the court to Jackson Donahue. To the middle he goes. Long three-pointer, and I mean a long three-pointer, and hits glass and home. Shooter's got to shoot, Michael.
Not from that far.
20-11. Here's Reels. 13 seconds remains. To Stockman, to Reels, who goes down the lane. Inside to Desire. Ball blocked. Taken by Gray. Blocked again. Ball taken by Harris. 2 seconds remains. Ball blocked out of bounds at the buzzer. All right, a quarter is in the books here at Ledyard High School. The Colonels lead the Stonington Bears 20-11. We'll be right back after this message.
At the M.J. Sullivan Automotive Corner, our #1 goal has always been to earn your business for life. As one of the largest dealerships in eastern Connecticut, selling Chevrolet, Cadillac, Buick, and Hyundai, we accomplish our goal by not just offering the best buying experience, but more importantly, the best service experience after the sale. That philosophy is what built this company from a single-base service station nearly 45 years ago to who we are today. So experience the difference and let us earn your business for life. The M.J. Sullivan Automotive Corner in New London or at mjsullivanauto.com.
We can clip it, trim it, and cut it down to size. But most of all, we design it, plant it, and care for it. We have the tools, the know-how, and the passion. Grow something beautiful with Sprigs and Twigs, stewards of the environment.
All right, we're back. This is Jim O'Neill along with the award-winning columnist of the day, Mike Tomorrow, as we bring you, the day brings you actually, Connecticut high school basketball. We're here at Ledyard High School where the Bears of Stonington have come to invade the Colonels' den, and 20-11 is the score at the end of one as the Colonels are playing a game at their pace, Michael. It's one that I think the pace they wanted to play at.
Stonington cannot win at this pace, although Bears played much better the last minute and a half of the first quarter.
Christopher Gill in the ball game now for the Colonels. This is Philip Thomas against the 2-3 zone. Desire, left side Stockman. Back on top to Thomas. Desire again now. They swing it right, and the ball is knocked out of bounds by Harris.
Last touch by the Bears.
Colonels really have generated offense by simply splitting the zone as opposed to getting precision offense. Gill tries to go baseline, and the ball's knocked out of bounds.
Last touch by Stonington.
Ledyard has actually generated offense by missing and getting the offensive rebound.
Philip Thomas, long three-pointer is no good. Long rebound comes to Reels, and he'll reset. Reels to Stockman, now back to Reels, left side Thomas. Back on top to Reels. Stockman, long three-pointer, no good. Rebound taken by Desire. He goes inside, ball knocked away, and the travel is called.
I don't know how he could see that from where he was, because we had the exact same angle.
Thank God you're here tonight, Mike, because there's only two officials, and it's good to know that you'll be on the ball knocked out of bounds again, and that Stonington turnover will give the ball to the Colonels. By the way, these guys are used to three officials for most of the year, and they come to a CIAC game with two. Fast-paced game, just not right anymore. You need to have three officials out there. Yep. Inside to Stockman, ball knocked, to Gill, ball knocked away by White. Kyrie Childs and John Rainey come back into the ball game for the Colonels.
White, number 11, is the quarterback for the football team. Nice looking body right there.
Good athletic body. Yeah, all right, this is Reels to Rainey. Rainey tries to reset the offense to give to Thomas. Thomas inside to Gill. He gets back on top to Rainey. Now to Thomas. Long three-pointer. No good. Rebound taken by White. Colonel's got to get better offense than that. I mean, that's just not good offense.
Ledyard will not win its next game against Valley Regional, assuming that's who they play, by playing this kind of offense.
This is Harris inside to White. White lays it off the glass and in. Good look inside. And the Bears pull to within 7 with 6:15 remaining in the first half. This is Thomas now. Rainey, long jumper, Reels, no good off glass. Ball taken by Donahue, gives to Harris the other way. Harris streaks into the front court, comes down the lane, lays it up. No good, but the block is called. Nobody stopped the basketball, and Willie Harris went coast to coast, got into the lane, and drew the foul.
Coach, Stonington's starting to figure it out defensively now. Who to leave open, which is basically anybody outside the foul line, and get the rebound.
This is Harris now with he'll shoot a pair. Dips and shoots and back irons it, no good. 6 minutes straight up first half. Colonels by 7, 20-13. Willie Harris will shoot another.
Another?
Yeah, another. Harris dips, shoots, scores. 6-point Colonel lead, 6 minutes remain, first half. As Jaquante Reels comes the other way now. Stonington now man-to-man this trip. Thomas to Rainey, on top. Gives left side Thomas. Thomas tries to go against Harris, does. Into the lane for the floater and gets it. 22-14, 5:38 remains, first half. This is Jackson Donahue, long pass to White. White gives to Ferraro. He'll try to set the offense against the Ledyard man-to-man. To Matt Donahue, to Harris. To Jackson Donahue, that is a very long three-pointer. Rebound taken by Rainey. And the ball thrown away. If a NBA three-pointer is really long, what's a really long NBA three-pointer?
Well, worse than that. I don't know why Stonington went man last time.
Try to mix it up a little bit.
Was the zone not working well enough?
Try to mix it up a little bit, but Jackson Donahue's got to show a little more patience. They got to work harder to get him good shots, and he's got to be a little more patient. That's not a shot that. All right, here's Ferraro off the high screen. Into the lane for the 10-footer. No good. Strong rebound, Thomas. Gives to Reels the other way. Reels driving down the lane. Long shot, no good. Taken inside. Scramble, and they'll call the jump ball. By the way, Christopher Turner in the ball game for the Colonels now. As they go 9 or 10 deep, really.
Son of our friend, Wheeler Athletic Director Ellen Turner.
Always enjoyed working with Ellen. This is Ferraro. Gives to Jackson Donahue, he's forced high, and the foul is called on Reels. Reels with a block on top. Still not a shooting foul, as that's only the 6th on the Colonels in the half. 22-14 they lead with 4:23 remaining in the first half. Inside, ball taken by White, who got up a rebound shot.
Foul is on the Turner.
I can hardly see it. Turner with the foul, and White will shoot a pair and can pull the Bears to within 6.
People really like standing standing in front
My
of us.
favorite is when you have a pair of headphones on and someone in a rage comes up to explain something that you have nothing to do with in the first place and can't possibly hear anyway. All right. Second one is good. Pulls the Colonels to within 7. Excuse me, pulls the Bears to within 7. 22-15 with 4:18 remaining.
One thing Stonington has done is stabilized the game a little bit.
I don't know if they've stabilized it as much as Ledyard has stabilized it for themselves. This is Thomas down the lane, inside to attempt to, goes to Turner. He can't connect, and the ball's knocked out of bounds. Reels with the basketball now. Inside to Childs. Childs spins off the glass, can't get it. Ball batted around on the floor, taken by Childs. Foul is called. I think it'll go against the Bears, and yes, it will.
Harris.
And the foul will be on Willie Harris. 22-15, first half, 4:01 remains here at Ledyard High School as the Colonels have a 7-point lead over the Bears. Reels has it knocked away and just too casual with the basketball, the Colonels are sometimes. Here's Harris. In the lane, stolen. Here comes Turner the other way. Bounce pass is tied up on a nice play by Ferraro. Try to make the bounce to Reels. Sort of telegraphed it. River Thomas makes his first appearance of the night for the Colonels. He'll replace Reels.
Dave Cornish is furious right now.
This is not the team we saw play 3 quarters against Harvard Public.
No.
All right, this is River Thomas. Inside, the ball knocked away, but recovered by Turner. Gets it back to Thomas. To brother Phillip. Back on top to River Thomas. 3-guard offense now. Here's Turner spinning in the lane. Can't go. Gobbled up. Rainey with a long 3-pointer.
Ledyard has missed all 7 of its 3-point attempts.
22-15. Bears trail by 7 with 3:19 in the first half. And Kenzie Desire will get off the bench to report in. Willie Harris, hounded there by River Thomas. Baseline jump Ferraro is no good off the side of the glass. River Thomas with the rebound comes the other way to Rainey. Rainey down the lane, back on top to Thomas. Left side to Phillip Thomas. And the Colonels will set against the Stonington man-to-man. River Thomas down the lane, can't get anything there. Again with the floater, back iron, no good. Rebound ripped away there, and the jump ball is called. I thought John Matthews was in the ball game for Stonington now. Had done a good job ripping it away, but he got tied up. But the Bears will regain possession. By the way, I have not said the Bears once, and I won't.
I'm impressed.
I won't. Yeah. All I can think of is Norm from Cheers doing. All right, here's Jackson Donahue trying to go and can't. They're just going to. And the foul is called up on top again. Childs with a foul. I do like one thing that Dave Cornish has done tonight. He's really done a good job of keeping the basketball away from Jackson Donahue. He not only as Childs or whoever's guarding done a good job, they're just doubling him though whenever he's about to penetrate. He's just all he has right now is settling for long 3-pointers, and that's not really what he wants to do. By the way, that is the 8th foul, so Donahue will shoot 1-and-1. Here's the thing. I mean, how many shots has Jackson Donahue had? Yeah, he's certainly no more than 5. And they've all been kind of forced. So to that extent, Dave Cornish's idea of what to do against the Stonington offense has been effective. He's been picked up by the other Bears who've done a pretty decent job scoring.
Ledyard's defense has been fine.
Here's, by the way, for the Bears, Chris Bavino checks out with an injury.
Donahue can make this a 5-point game.
And he hits the first. 22-16, 2:33 remains first half. Colonels on top by 6 here at Ledyard High School in Connecticut. CIAC playdown action. Donahue's second swishes home, and it's a 5-point ball game, Michael. You're absolutely right. Here's River Thomas. Looking inside to Gill. Gill spins left, gives back in time to River Thomas, who loses the ball in the lane. Harris steals it there. I can't believe the Bears can pull to within 3 here. 2:14 remain, and they're trailing by 5. Here comes Jackson Donahue off the high screen. Cross court to inside to Harris. Ball knocked out of bounds. Bears will return possession. Good look inside by Jack Dipolino, who had Harris on the inside, just wasn't able to control the pass. Side jump, no good. Rebound taken by Childs. He drives down the lane and lays it up, no good. Rebound out of bounds as Childs was out of bounds.
Ledyard has scored 2 points this quarter.
Devontae White back in. Hasn't been an offensive display. And without Darnay Gray really to provide the inside presence, that this is almost no offense. Donahue now trapped there. Ball slapped away. Casual pass is slapped away. Here's River Thomas now on top. Bears haven't exactly taken care of the basketball either, Michael.
No.
Long three-pointer is no good. Rebound Donahue, and he's fouled in the backcourt.
And you've just put their best free throw shooter at the line.
Ledyard foul number 1 with Thomas's first team night. Donahue to the line, shooting 1-1.
Jackson Donahue will shoot a one-on-one with 1:38 remaining. He can pull the Bears to a 3-point deficit. First is up and swishes home.
Wait, that's a nice looking. That's a
Yeah,
nice looking
you're not
stroke.
going to see too many balls hit iron off his free throws. Donahue dips, shoots, gets it. 22-19. Bears trail by 3 with 1:37 remaining here in the first half. Thomas clears out the side, goes inside to Gill, tries to go inside against White and does. Good inside move by Christopher Gill. 5-point lead for the Colonels with 1:22 remaining in the half. 24-19 they lead. Here's Harris, goes left now baseline, slashes in the lane, lays it up, no good, and the offensive foul is called. The big fundamental.
The big fundamental. Chris
does
Gill.
it again.
Dipolino, Harris, and Bavino all with 2 for Stonington.
We like Christopher Gill because he is the big fundamental. Plays everything fundamentally sound. The other side, he spins in the lane and uses his bulk to get him, and then squares up on the other side to draw the foul. This is River Thomas now to Phillip Thomas. Inside to Childs, off the cut, he lays it in. Good offense by the Colonels there as they move out to a 7-point lead. Double team in the backcourt now. Here's Ferraro. He comes down the lane now, pulls out here now, looks inside to White. White bounce pass to Harris, and he can't handle it. Nice look by White, but Harris could not handle the bounce pass and had a open look at the hoop there too. 41 seconds remains in the half. Colonels with a 7-point lead over the Bears. Inbounds play is again knocked out of bounds. Here's Childs, length to the floor, lays it in.
Kyrie Childs at 15.
Oh my word. Another casual pass in the inbounds. River Thomas scores. 30-19, biggest lead of the night. Blocking foul called on Phillip Thomas.
That is an 8-0 run for Ledyard.
You know, with a team that's that quick and pressures that much, you just cannot make casual passes. You just can't do it. They're going to pick them off, and they have. And they're off to an 8-0 run, and now what was a 3-point ball game is a 30-19 ball game with 24 seconds remaining. Ferraro at the line now for 2. Dips and shoots, and it bounces around and out.
I would guess Ledyard would hold for 1 with 24 seconds left.
Second one is also no good, and it rattles around. Here's the steal by Jackson, restolen by Thomas. He gets it into the lane to Phillip Thomas, who throws up a floater, no good. And I think they will call it a non-shooting foul, by the way. Yeah, they called it a non-shooting foul.
6th team foul. So
Daniel Mansfield checks in. replacing Matthews. Thomas will shoot a one-on-one. It was the 7th team foul.
Scoreboard incorrect, as are my stats.
Well, your stats are incorrect?
Yes, I only had 6, but that's okay.
Maybe both of you were right and the officials were wrong.
No, I see where I missed.
You thought you made a mistake, but you were wrong?
Yes.
Okay. Thomas dips and rattles it home.
That is 8 for Philip Thomas.
Thomas gets another. 18 seconds remains. First half. Thomas dips, shoots, scores. 32-19. Another steal. Here comes Desire down the lane. He throws it out of bounds. Bears just refuse to take care of the basketball, Michael. 13 seconds remains.
It's hard. This is hard to imagine.
Long pass cross court now. Give back to Ferraro. Ferraro comes the other way. Ball to White. Inside. Ball laid up off the glass. No good. Desire comes the other way. Gives to River Thomas. Thomas throws it up. Hits the ceiling. And the buzzer goes off. All right. A half of interesting action here at Ledyard High School. The Colonels on top of the Stonington Bears, 32-19 at halftime of the CIAC Playdown game. We'll be back with our halftime guest right after this timeout.
At the MJ Sullivan Automotive Corner, our #1 goal has always been to earn your business for life. As one of the largest dealerships in eastern Connecticut, selling Chevrolet, Cadillac, Buick, and Hyundai, we accomplish our goal by not just offering the best buying experience, but more importantly, the best service experience after the sale. That philosophy is what built this company from a single-base service station nearly 45 years ago to who we are today. So experience the difference and let us earn your business for life. The MJ Sullivan Automotive Corner in New London or at mjsullivanauto.com.
We can clip it, trim it, and cut it down to size. But most of all, we design it, plant it, and care for it. We have the tools, the know-how, and the passion. Grow something beautiful with sprigs and twigs, stewards of the environment.
Welcome back to Ledyard High School. We are at halftime of this State Class M second round game. Ledyard with a 32-19 lead over Stonington, and we are here with our halftime guest, our pal Don McKenzie, who is probably Ledyard High's #1 sports fan, PA announcer for all of the football games here. And Don, you live in Old Lyme, right?
East Lyme.
East Lyme.
Yep.
Can you just talk about why you love this place the way you do?
1998, 1999, my godchild was playing basketball over here. And although I played football, I love the game of basketball. I think there's a lot of strategy there. And at first I hated Pete Vincent. I didn't like his style. He was pounding his feet on the ground, and so I just wanted to work with him a little bit. And next thing you know, we became good friends. Next thing you know, I'm part of it. I'm on the bench. I help with the freshman JV. Next, they need an announcer with football. I'm here all the time, and I haven't been blessed with children, so maybe this was meant to be.
Talk about what you do for a living and how this is, I suppose, a good outlet for you at the end of the day?
I'm in the retail business. I sell boats at Boats Incorporated in Niantic. And yes, this is definitely a very good outlet for me. Matter of fact, people say they want to teach and go do something else. When I'm done with selling boats and retail, I think I want to come back and teach this. I'd rather teach and coach. That's a real passion of mine right now.
That's great. You are as close of an observer of local sports as anybody.
Thanks.
If you were king for a day, what are some of? Give me like 2 or 3 changes you would make to sports around here.
2 or 3. That's it.
Or you go 5 or 6 if you want.
Let's take this tournament for example. I emailed Jimmy and Pete the other day about how many upsets there were so far in both the ladies, which by the way, the Adam Baber, hats off to you and the girls team. Just a wonderful team. It was a tough matchup. You and Bacon should have been playing at the Sun for the championship. But I look at the CIAC and the pairings, and I'm from Maine, and basketball is very pure up there, and the point system is rated by power. So, for example, we have many teams right now that 20 seeds beat off a 4 seed, and people think that's a shock, but it's not. But the teams aren't paired correctly, and that's probably one of my biggest things. That when it comes down to the Sun, might be one team that backs in there, and there'll be one team that's just going to be a powerhouse. And unfortunately, I think a lot of people are going to miss some big shows that could happen just because of the seeding. For example, Bacon Ledyard playing in the quarterfinals last night.
Yeah, which, as you said, is a game that could have been played way down the road.
And then there's also mixed emotions, Michael, about I felt ECC officials should have reffed that game last night. Since 2 ECC teams were there, they know each other, they know the teams, they know Ledyard is not really an 8 seed, they know they played Bacon in overtime this year, and they had an 18-4 record. They were that strong of a team.
It's funny how we realize how good our referees are around here only at this time of year when we see people from other end of the state try to.
I usually agree with you, Mike. I don't. There's no such thing as a good ref. That's from Stump Merrill. He always taught me that.
Don, one of the things that we had a discussion about this once. You were in favor of playing games at the Sun long before I was.
I'm so glad you brought this up.
So here's your chance to say I told you so.
That's awful nice of you. That's one thing I do like about you, Michael. When you have a punishment coming, you take it. Years ago, Michael wrote an article in the Day saying that there should not be played basketball at the Sun because there's gambling there. I responded back with a letter to the editor that got published, or we chatted on the radio that Michael, Stop and Shop has gambling tickets. They sell beer there. And Michael's response, but they don't have hookers, Don. So I remember that very good. But however, I knew that would be the Mecca. And sure enough, today the chant is, we want to go to the Sun. It's been absolutely an incredible sight. And that Friday, okay, if it's a big game there, but Saturday, all day long, is just one of the most incredible tickets the state can have.
It is, and we've seen ECC schools have won state titles in 2010 and last year, and both times the games between the local teams essentially filled the place.
Absolutely, I agree 100%. And the only thing, I know how you feel about it, but I wanted to storm the floor for Waterford. Not really, but I hear what you're saying. The only thing that I would have maybe against it is they shuffle the teams off real quick and they bring the next team on. All of a sudden, you're a mile high, and next thing you know, okay, next game. But it's absolutely an absolutely incredible day Saturday, and they're finally getting what in Maine we chased the gold ball, and the gyms are packed at Bangor Auditorium and the Portland Civic Center, and now we're seeing it in the Hegan Sun, the fever here, and everybody has one goal in mind, not to win, yes, but get to the Sun is like getting to the Super Bowl.
For those of you who don't know, Don is a very close friend of former Yankee manager Stump Merrill. Give me one good Stump story or Stumpism.
Well, it's probably a can't, Mike, because it was on the air. But I mean, he had no problem with yelling and screaming. But I still remember the one day, because he kept his boat at my marina. He asked me to go down and get something out of his boat for him. So I went. I said, "What is it, Stump?" He goes, "Just get down there and get it." So I went down, and I saw what he left on it was a championship ring from the Yankees. And so I called him up, and I go, Stump, I got it. And he goes, good, bring it up to the ballpark. I go, I just put it on eBay. I think I'm up to 20 grand with the thing, Stumpy. And he goes, Don, go ahead, we got 6 of them. You know, another jab to the Red Sox. So he says, go ahead, sell it. He was a great guy, he was a wonderful coach, a good color man. He's still up in Portland, Maine, and he's scouting now, still for the Yankees.
Don, thank you so much for joining us. We will be back for the second half right after this.
All right, brother.
Got a perfect little place in mind. Nothing could be better than summertime loving.
Your face looks so strange. Your heart rearranged.
Thank God that it's over. It doesn't matter. I don't even know you.
At the MJ Sullivan Automotive Corner, our #1 goal has always been to earn your business for life. As one of the largest dealerships in eastern Connecticut, selling Chevrolet, Cadillac, Buick, and Hyundai, we accomplish our goal by not just offering the best buying experience, but more importantly, the best service experience after the sale. That philosophy is what built this company from a single base service station nearly 45 years ago to who we are today. So experience the difference and let us earn your business for life. The MJ Sullivan Automotive Corner in New London or at mjsullivanauto.com.
We can clip it, trim it, and cut it down to size. But most of all, we design it, plant it, and care for it. We have the tools, the know-how, and the passion. Grow something beautiful with sprigs and twigs, stewards of the environment.
We're back here at Ledyard High School, where the Colonels of Ledyard have a 13-point halftime lead over the Stonington Bears in Connecticut CIAC playdown action. Winner of this ball game moves on to Friday night. If the Colonels should win, it would be at home. Since CIAC a couple of years ago has gone to the quarterfinal games being at the higher-ranked site, Colonels would have the higher ranking in that circumstance and would play a home game here, Michael, if they can continue on. But it's and for a while, that looked like in serious doubt. Bears pulled within 3 near the end of the first half, and then simply went into a coma, and just gave the ball away in almost lickety-split fashion. And before you could, say Bill Mignall, it was 32-19.
A 12-0 run in the last minute 40 of the first half, and now Stonington with a lot of work to do.
All right, Bears going right to left on your screen as you watch. Here's Jackson Donahue driving in the lane, throws up a floater, he get it. Well, that's good for the Bears.
That's a good sign.
Right out of the box. Here comes Rainey down the lane. Cross-court pass. Now it goes inside to Stockman. Back to Thomas. Thomas in the lane. Jump shot bouncer is no good. Rebound taken by Kyrie Childs, who spins in the lane, throws up a floater and can't get it. By the way, one of the things that did occur to me at halftime, I like what Dave Cornish implemented in terms of man-to-man. I mean, what he did to Jackson Donahue in the first half is exactly what you got to do to a big score, and he did get him frustrated.
He did. That was a good sign, though, for Stonington, getting him going early.
Childs back irons the first.
And coach, he can shoot them back into this game quickly.
Well, he'll be required to do that, and they'll be required to not put Ledyard back in tornado and run by taking care of the basketball. Childs second, also bounced around, rebound by Harris. All right, this is Harris. Inside pass is stolen by Rainey. Goes back to Rainey now, who comes the other way, and he double dribbles. He was going to make a long pass to Philip Thomas, and then late saw Jack DiPolino streaking in front of Thomas and try to hold up and actually dribble twice. So the Bears will take possession in their own front court. This is Ferraro now. Right side Donahue. Long three-pointer is no good. Rebound taken inside by Stockman. And River Thomas comes the other way. Right side Stockman now. Bears in a soft zone. All right, Rainey now back on top to River Thomas, and they'll set up with a, what is BC? Oh,
Yes.
I'll be there. Another import from Whalerville. When I said that, BC is an offense. It's a zone offense that has been run for about 50 years. First, it's called BC. It was called BC by Ralph Ruggiero when he first got it because it was stolen from Dr. Tom Davis, who was then the head coach at Boston College. An interesting baseline offense, which has been run locally for about 40 years. Long jumper by Rainey is no good. Rebound taken inside, and jump ball is called.
The difference, though, Coach, is usually the player on the baseline is a bigger scoring threat.
Yeah, you put your big threat in the three spot is where you really want, because floater is good by Philip Thomas. 34-21. Long pass knocked out of bounds. And the Bears will retain possession. 34-21 Ledyard with 6:14 remaining.
That's a tough pass to make.
That is a very tough pass to make. Good break pressure this time goes to Donahue now. He goes baseline against Stockman, throws up a short right-hander, no good. Rebound taken in the lane there, and out of the pack comes Kyrie Childs. Quickly down the lane, pass to Rainey, who lays up a ring toss, can't get it. Ball is taken in the corner by the Bears. That was Jack DiPolino, swallowed up in the corner, and the ball went out of bounds, and it will go to the Bears. By the way, when I say stolen from Dr. Tom Davis, I am reminded of the great Bill Mignault line. If you copy from one person, it's plagiarism. You copy from many, it's research.
Right.
Inside look, no good as Bovino just can't convert. And the Colonels come the other way. Here's Rainey. Inside look to Childs. Childs, turnaround jumper up the glass is good. 36-21.
Interesting coach who is not on the floor
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
Ledyard right now.
Here's Willie Harris the other way. He goes down the lane and lays it in. Good sloshing move by Harris, 36-23. Colonels by 13 with 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Rainey tries to go baseline, shut up there, ball knocked away and stolen by Donahue. He tries to come the other way, ball stolen by Childs. Childs goes baseline against him, loses the handle, and Harris grabs it. Here comes Ferraro the other way. He goes right down the lane. Right side jumper, swish. Nice move by Tim Ferraro to score for the Bears, and it's 36-25 with 4:43 remaining. Timeout called, 20-second timeout called by the Colonels, and we'll keep it right here.
Dave Cornish started the second half with his two leading scorers, Whipple and Gray, on the bench. I don't know if he's trying to send a message.
Well, I don't mean to speculate because I don't know.
Right.
But it's certainly, some message has to be sent. This is, I would not have characterized, except for that run at the end of the first half. It was not a great half of basketball by Ledyard.
No.
And I'm sure Dave and his staff were not satisfied with it. And it has been a little bit of a lull in their game over the last week and a half. And if Dave is trying to send the message that gets his troops back into a kind of a let's concentrate all together kind of mode, well, then maybe that's what he's doing. I don't want to speculate. I don't know that for sure. There may be other reasons, but this is an unusual Ledyard lineup right now. Whipple back in the ballgame, I might add. Whipple, River Thomas, Philip Thomas, Kenzie Desire, and Evan Stockman. So that's an unusual lineup by itself. Here's Whipple now. Gives to Philip Thomas, who goes down the lane for the floater. No good. Rebound taken inside and scored. Evan Stockman with the putback, and the Colonels are again on top by 13. Ball comes the other way. Cross-court pass to Harris. Harris goes down the lane and lays it in, and it counts. Good strong move by Willie Harris. Evan Stockman with a foul, and Harris will get a chance to complete the three-point play. Colonels, he'll be able to pull the Bears to 10, Mike, with 4:14 remaining.
Three of the leading scorers in the ECC, Gray, Whipple, and Donahue, have combined for 9 points in this game. Donahue with 7, Gray with 2, and and Whipple has yet to score.
And speaking of, Whipple has yet to score.
Yet to score.
Harris bangs it around the iron, and Gray, who's back in the ball game, collars the rebound. River Thomas, Philip Thomas, Darnay Gray, Kenzie Desire, and Thomas Whipple. Whipple jump stop and gets called for the travel. That's a controversial move anyway. Came to the jump stop and then went up and got called for the travel. Ball stolen by Desire, and he's out of bounds.
I'm reading Trey McKelvin's lips right now, and
that's never a good
and
thing
enjoying
to do.
myself.
That's never a good thing to do. Is any portion of it repeatable?
Not if you're the official.
Oh. Right side left-handed jumper by Bovino is no good. Bovino's had a tough night. Here comes Whipple in the lane, throws the inside pass to Desire, who can't handle it. He's bottled up in the corner. They get it inside to Gray, who has the ball. Blocked it, but the foul is called. I thought Willie Harris had a lot of ball there, Michael.
I did too. And on the other side here, I think if I coached, I would be a lot like you. Sarcastic. And I would ask, that square is up there for a reason.
I'm never sarcastic. Gray rattles one around and out. 38-27.
No, the Bears just kind of hanging around, and I keep saying this. Donahue gets hot. They get right back in there.
Well, he's got to get shots before he can get hot.
True.
That has been tough coming for him.
True.
Not just points, shots have been tough. Gray's second falls through, and it's a 12-point Colonels lead, and immediately the Bears committed an inbounds violation, and just too many turnovers for the Bears. They really have not had they've had opportunities to pull it back and just have not been able to take care of the basketball. Here's Whipple, left on the lane, gets the 10-footer and puts the Bears, the Colonels, into a 14-point lead. 3:25 remains third quarter. Bears trail by 14. All right, ball stripped by River Thomas. He gives a head to brother Phillip, who goes down the lane and lays it in. Nice strip at midcourt by Philip Thomas. And the Bears will take this time out. 43-27, 16-point lead with 3:07 remaining. We'll be right back.
At the MJ Sullivan Automotive Corner, our #1 goal has always been to earn your business for life. As one of the largest dealerships in eastern Connecticut, selling Chevrolet, Cadillac, Buick, and Hyundai, we accomplish our goal by not just offering the best buying experience, but more importantly, the best service experience after the sale. That philosophy is what built this company from a single base service station nearly 45 years ago to who we are today. So experience the difference and let us earn your business for life. The MJ Sullivan Automotive Corner in New London or at mjsullivanauto.com.
Back here at Ledyard High School, I'm Jim O'Neill along with social media master Mike DeMoro. Mike tweets and emails. I mean, he does it all. You do it all, Mike. You got your Facebooking and your tweeting and everything.
And Coach, one of the texts I just got was from Greg Woods, the Waterford coach, who won the Class M.
I told him that's something he'll have forever.
And he texted me to say that Berlin beat Bethel, which was one of the best teams in M. So the road to the Class M title just might have gotten a little easier.
Well, we're right on top of it here at the day, as we have spies and scouts and correspondents all over the state of Connecticut. Heck, we got a tweet from Nefertiti, the Queen of the Nile. An earlier text. Not many people can say that. All right, the Bears come the other way now. Harris, ahead to White, who holds up and is tied up. Gives the ball to Ferraro. To Harris. Donahue with the three-pointer. Swish. Well, first really uncontested shot Jackson Donahue's had. and he rattled it home to make it, swished it home to make it 43-30, and the travel is called again. Philip Thomas gets called for the turnover. 13-point lead with 2:42 remaining here in the third quarter. Stonington trails the Ledyard Colonels by 13. This is Donahue to Harris. Harris cross court to Ferraro. Ferraro, right side jumper is no good. Rebound taken inside, and the block is called, and the ball goes to the Bears. Right side jumper there by Dipolino was no good, but in the rebounding action, I thought the Bears had a chance to score, but it was knocked out of bounds by the Colonels. 43-30, 2:30 remains. Third quarter. This is Donahue, trapped in the corner. Can't get rid of it now. Trapped again. Gets it now, finally gets it to Ferraro. Double team again, and the steal is made. Here comes Kyrie Childs, a layoff to Thomas, who lays it in. Ledyard pressure has been very effective. 45-30, 2:10 remains. Here's Jackson Donahue. Races past River Thomas, throws up the three-pointer, no good. Rebound taken by Kyrie Childs, who flashes the other way. In the corner now on top to River Thomas. River Thomas streaks down the lane. Three-point jumper is no good. Rebound by Darnay Gray. He muscles his way inside, can't score. Rebound taken by White, and the foul is called. Well, this is the kind of pace and action that the Colonels have wanted from the beginning. They've tried to force it. Give Dave Cornish a lot of credit. This is what he wanted, kind of one of those rat games we used to call him, and he got it. And he's got a 15-point lead now with 1:43 remaining in the third quarter.
He does. Donahue got hit after the shot that he just missed, and he's grabbing his right elbow. The Stonington fans wanted a foul. They're really not happy right now. And Donahue is still.
He's talking with the official on the baseline, and seems to be okay.
Still trying to. Yeah, okay. He's fine. Let's go.
All right, cross court to Willie Harris. Harris into the lane. Comes inside, lays it in to White. Devontae White with a lay-in off the good pass from Harris, and the Bears pull to within 13 with 1:30 remaining in the third quarter. River Thomas trying to set the attack, and they'll go to Whipple, who makes a nice inside bounce pass to Gray, who scores. Good offense there. Here comes Dipolino. And the foul is called, and there's a little bit of a scuffle there in the backcourt, and a technical foul called on Gray. There was a little scuffle between Devontae White, which I didn't really see. And when I looked up, the official was stepping in between the two of them, and then Gray, I guess, sort of continued, Michael, and drew the technical.
Yeah, there was just, they were coming down the floor, kind of jockeying for position a little bit. The official came in just to make sure nothing else happened. And
did he call a foul on the first
action?
Yeah,
he called a foul on Gray, and then Gray must have said something and got the tee. And boy, he's lucky. This is a 15-point game right now.
Donahue with a rare miss from the free throw. He'll get another this is on the technical. 15-point lead for the Colonels. Donahue swishes the second home.
Donahue with 11 to lead Stonington. Kyrie Childs with 17 to lead Ledyard.
Childs had a good ball game for the.
He's played great
for the Colonels. Really has. Harris gives to White, who goes down the lane. The block is called. They'll give him the score. Devontae White streaked down the lane, drew the contact, threw it in off the glass, and gets the foul call. And the Bears will pull to within.
It's actually 47-35.
Yeah, 47-35. Pull in 12 with 1:05 remaining. Yes, they got it now on the board. 47-35. Devontae White will shoot one.
And I wonder if the technical will come up a little bit.
Near steal by Donahue. Comes right to Whipple. Whipple streaks down the lane with a floater up the glass. He got it. Foul in the backcourt again as Whipple commits another foul in the backcourt. Thomas Whipple's had 3 fouls called against him, and the closest to the basket was 50 feet. But that's what happens when you try to press sometimes. I mean, that's the price you pay once in a while. You're going to have some reach-ins.
But Dave Cornish has to be concerned that his 2 best players have not played a very smart game.
I think Dave Cornish is concerned when any of his players don't play a smart game. That's what's made him so successful. He's very demanding as down the lane goes Ferraro with a nice runner to pull the Bears to within 12 with 40 seconds remaining. Here's Whipple. Right side, Philip Thomas. He goes baseline. Floater is no good. Rebound taken by no one. River Thomas on the floor is called for the travel.
Now, what? I think Dave. I've never seen Dave. I've never seen Dave that upset. I think he thinks.
I think he had a right to be because I don't think he tried to move on the floor with the ball. He didn't try to advance.
Well, I think the reason he fell is because there was a little.
Well, that may be true, but he got the ball while on the floor, not.
Right.
Long cross pass goes to White. White down the lane. Scoop. Good. Devontae White pulls the Bears to 10. 39, excuse me. And the Colonels will take a quick timeout.
White with 9. Sorry.
25 seconds remains in the third quarter. The Bears have pulled to within 10 at 49-39. And with a little flurry of action and a couple of Ledyard mistakes, I think Dave was upset that his man, not simply that got knocked to the floor, but he didn't get the basketball until he had been knocked to the floor and didn't try to advance. Made the pass out of that call for the travel before any move was made.
I do think, though, Coach, and I agree, but I think at this time of the year when it's win or go home, I think you make the point that you want to make to the official and move on.
Which I think is exactly what he did.
Yeah.
He made a point.
Yeah.
Didn't push it too far.
Right.
And he knows. Dave's been around.
Yeah.
He knows how far you can go. And I think he'd like to see his players have a little more poise under these circumstances.
Yes.
As no coach likes to see one of his players get an on-court technical.
Right.
It's never a good sign for a team to have that kind of lack of focus. So you don't want that happening. But Bears have pulled to within 10 here, 49-39. 25 seconds remain as the Colonels inbounds the basketball. Here's Thomas Whipple, and they will hold for one against the Bears zone. Whipple on top now with 12 seconds. Now under 10 as he decides to go. Here comes left, right now. Cross court to Philip Thomas. Philip Thomas back on top to River Thomas. Whipple, long three-pointer, swish. That's a dagger. Well, the Colonels had the basketball for 25 seconds and wanted to hold for the last shot, which is exactly what they did. I don't think they wanted a 35-footer, but that's what they got. 52-39 with 3 quarters in the book. We'll come back for fourth quarter action right after this timeout.
The MJ Sullivan Automotive Corner, our #1 goal has always been to earn your business for life. As one of the largest dealerships in eastern Connecticut, selling Chevrolet, Cadillac, Buick, and Hyundai, we accomplish our goal by not just offering the best buying experience, but more importantly, the best service experience after the sale. That philosophy is what built this company from a single base service station nearly 45 years ago to who we are today. So experience the difference and let us earn your business for life. The MJ Sullivan Automotive Corner in New London or at mjsullivanauto.com.
We can clip it, trim it, and cut it down to size. But most of all, we design it, plant it, and care for it. We have the tools, the know-how, and the passion. Grow something beautiful with sprigs and twigs, stewards of the environment.
And we're back at Ledyard High School where the Colonels have a 13-point lead. It was 10 with a second left to go, and Thomas Whipple threw in a dagger of a three-pointer, Michael, to end the third quarter, giving the Colonels a 13-point lead as we head to the fourth quarter.
Whipple has scored all 7 of his points in the last 3.5 minutes of the third.
Here's Ferraro, guarded there by Childs. He comes down the lane, lays it off the glass, cannot score. Nice move, but could not finish. And Whipple comes the other way. River Thomas with the basketball. On top to Whipple. Whipple tries to go against Harris. Crossover move, jumper, good. Nice move by Thomas Whipple. A little bit of an ankle breaker there on that move. Jackson Donahue comes down the sideline and is fouled.
You can see how much Ledyard feeds off of him.
Oh, absolutely.
And he is their best player,
Yeah,
but still.
When best players play good, other guys seem to be better. When best players don't play well, other guys seem to be, well, they're not quite, the old thing about the good players elevating the performance. Here's Donahue with the first of 2. Makes it 54-40 or fight with 7:23 remaining. I cannot resist that, by the way, 54-40. I cannot, I just, history teacher, can't stop.
James K. Polk.
You got it. 54-40, 7:23 remains. Donahue hits the second. The 13-point lead for the Colonels. Here's Rainey. On top to Thomas. Thomas tries to drive, can't. Shut up there, and River Thomas has it. River Thomas now left on the lane. Right side jump, Philip Thomas, no good. Rebound inside by Childs, who scores. He went right over the top of Jackson Donahue, grabbed the rebound and scored. And they throw it away.
Kyrie Childs with 19.
Childs had a big ball game for the Colonels, certainly has. 56-41, 6:48 remains. Colonel on top by 15. This is Philip Thomas to the cutting Childs, but he's blocked and fouled by Jackson Donahue. Only the third team foul on the Bears this half. And so the Colonels will inbound under their own basket. John Rainey will inbound. Inbound play goes to Philip Thomas. Left side Rainey. Rainey now comes to the top of the key, down the lane, and pulls it back out. Gives to River Thomas. And the foul is called. Ball went left side to Philip Thomas. He was fouled by Devontae White. Fourth foul, so again, not a shooting foul. In the backcourt is River Thomas. And the Colonels are definitely slowing the pace down a little bit, Michael. Here's Desire, running that high shuffle cut off the high post. Childs at the high post. Here's Desire in the lane, throws the ball floater and gets it off the glass. Nice play. Good move by Kenzie Desire. 17-point lead, biggest lead of the night for the Colonels. Here comes Dipolina down the lane, knocked off the ball, and the ball goes out of bounds. Boy, there's a strange call. Ball going into the Colonels?
Yeah, Dipolina lost it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
I thought it was touched, but apparently not. I might be the only person in the building who thought that, so in my opinion, it doesn't count anyway. All right, Rainey now, left side, looks inside, has nothing. To Thomas, to Rainey. Rainey to Philip Thomas, who goes baseline, throws up a floater, no good. Rebound taken inside by Donahue, and he throws it out of bounds. Bears, I think, Michael, have been trying to play at a pace that really is above their pay grade.
Well, I never heard it put that way, but yeah, I agree with that.
And that's what Dave Cornish has tried to force, and he's been able to do that. And the Colonels are simply better at that pace than the Bears are.
I actually think that Ledyard's done a better job being patient.
Thomas, with the laying off the glass, can't get it, but he'll get the foul. I admit, I'm seeing a little more cohesion from the Colonels in the second half. And that may be the message that Dave tried to send is one that's, although they've done it without Darnay Gray tonight, and I don't think they can beat really good teams without Darnay Gray playing.
But, you know, if he's going to lose his cool out there, maybe you don't want him out there.
No, I think Darnay's got to understand that the reason he's sitting on the bench is he's put himself there.
That's right.
And I say that without any rancor because they need him to beat good teams. He was a force in the last 3 games I've seen. And as Philip Thomas bangs home a pair to give the Colonels a 19-point lead with 5:11 remaining. This is Ferraro now. Right side Donahue comes off the screen. He tries to go into Zaire, goes left, comes baseline all the way. Inside the ball goes to White, who's fouled. Good dish inside to Devontae White, who was fouled by, I think, Thomas Whipple. No, Kyrie Childs got it. His third. White will shoot a pair. First one back irons. 60-41. Colonels by 19 with 4:56 remaining in the ballgame. White's second is good. Gotta say, River Thomas has played a pretty good floor game tonight too, Michael.
He may have earned his starting spot back Friday.
This is River Thomas now. Against the Stonington man-to-man now. Here's Whipple, he comes left, into the lane, tries to get it inside, can't. Ball knocked around, Desire with a quick pickup and scores. Johnny on the spot offense by Kenzie Desire. Ball was batted around and Desire in the right spot, right time. Got the hoop and picked up the foul, giving the Colonels the biggest lead of the night at 62-42. Desire dips and shoots and back irons it, but the rebound taken inside by Thomas, who turns around, can't make it. Comes the other way with Ferraro. Ferraro, short jump, got it. And a timeout called by the Bears. 62-44, 4:19 remains. Bears trailed by 18, and Colonels seem to be a little bit more cohesive. But again, let's explore that area. They've done it without really a lot of help from their big guns, and while that's a good thing for the other guys to pick up the slack, it would be good to see Darnay Gray and Thomas Whipple's picked it up, but it was good to see Darnay Gray playing a little more under control game at this time of the year.
And the team that I think Ledyard will be playing Friday night, Valley Regional, very skilled, disciplined, and will make you pay for being undisciplined.
Greg Wood said last year that en route to Waterford's first ever state championship, and Greg never ceases to enjoy hearing that. I know he's
Nor
probably
should he.
home right now watching, I like hearing that. But en route, he said Valley was the best team they faced.
I think that was the hardest game they played.
All right, here come the Colonels now. Philip Thomas with the basketball out of the backcourt. Gives to Whipple. Whipple clears out. He'll go against Willie Harris. Shut off there on top by Donahue, and the ball will go back to Whipple. Here's Whipple left. Long 15-footer is no good. Taken by White. Kind of under duress, that shot.
Yeah.
Ferraro comes the other way. Ferraro is blocked by River Thomas.
River Thomas actually got tripped right there by White. That was an offensive foul. Dave Cornish is right. That's just Thomas got tripped.
In either case, Tim Ferraro will shoot the 1-on-1.
They never listen to Timmy.
Oh, they do, Michael. They do. I know that. They tell me they do. Everyone listens to you. You're famous as an official. Ferraro switches home the first, pulls the Bears to 17 down with 3:43 remaining. They trail 62-45.
Tim Ferraro has played well. That is his. He's got 13.
Bangs home the second, and it's a 16-point Colonel lead. And particularly Ferraro's played well since he's got to have the ball in his hands all the time. You know, I mean, that is such a load to bear that people don't understand why point guards have to be trusted. You know, River Thomas slashes down the lane, lays it off the glass, no good. Desir with the follow. It'll count, and he'll go to the line. Good follow by Kenzie Desir. Giving the Colonels an 18-point lead again.
I wonder if Desir won't be a valuable piece for them coming down.
Very
come
athletic.
Off the bench, yeah.
Particularly in their pressure game, I think, yeah, absolutely. Desir dips and shoots and rattles it home. 65-46, 19-point lead for the Colonels with 3:25 remaining.
7 for Desir.
Off the bench, yeah. Donahue with a long three-pointer and nails it and asks for the foul call, but doesn't get it. 65-49, 16-point lead with 3:10 remaining. And Ferraro commits the reach-in foul against River Thomas. And River Thomas will go to the line to shoot a 1-on-1. Well, the day.com will be at a CIAC quarterfinal game on Friday night.
Right here.
And we're told by crack producer Peter Whoppy that it'll be here.
No, I just said that.
Sounded a lot like Peter.
I agreed, though.
That was.
Which one of you signs my paychecks? That's the guy I'm going to. River Thomas cannot get the free throw, and the Bears come the other way. We'll be here 7 o'clock on Friday night. Ferraro has the ball stolen. Here comes Whipple the other way. Gives to River Thomas, who gives to brother Phillip. Can't score, and River Thomas brings it back out. Nice bounce pass, but couldn't connect for the score, and River Thomas wisely pulled it back out to Whipple, who's fouled on top by Matt Donahue.
And I just want to reiterate again.
Donahue, by the way, only a freshman. Matt Donahue, only a freshman.
That will be a great game here Friday.
Colonels and
Valley Region.
Oh, yeah. I guess
the Warriors.
Yeah. Wish I could be here. Unless the snows make my travel plans impossible, I will be in the nation's capital on a combo business pleasure trip. Whipple rattles the first one home. I'm going to a meeting Monday night at the Pentagon, of all places. 67-49. They don't want my opinion on anything, believe me. I am just an interested spectator. All right, Ferraro with the jumper, can't get it. Rebound taken by Thomas Whipple. 67-49 with 2:30 remaining in the ball game. Colonels have this one in hand. Really just need to not do anything foolish on the way home. And River Thomas is fouled on top by Ferraro. 2:20 remains. Colonels by 18. Kind of hoping this doesn't become a foul fest down the stretch. Hope we can get Dave Cornish on after this ball game to be curious to see what his thoughts are about this one.
Well, somebody's going to have to go get him for us, because.
Yeah. And River Thomas swishes two home. to give the Colonels a 20-point lead again with 2:20 remaining. Whipple is replaced. And here comes Christopher Gill in for Kyrie Childs, who's had just a big ball game. I thought Childs was the glue that kept Ledyard together in the first half.
Kyrie Childs was their best player tonight.
All phases of the game, I might add, too. All right, Ferraro off the glass, can't score. White with a rebound, no good. Harris, no good. Harris inside again, lays it up off the glass, no good. Rebound taken by Gill. He gives ahead to Philip Thomas. Philip Thomas races to the head court, bounce pass to Desire, who lays it in. Beautiful fast break basketball by the Colonels. 22-point lead with 1:50 remaining. Donahue knocked off the ball by his own man. Scramble on the floor, and Philip Thomas comes up with it. Colonels by 22 with 1:40 remaining. Here's Reels. Down the lane. On top to Gill, now back out to River Thomas. Thomas fouled on top by Ferraro. And he'll go to the line for a pair. And we've got a timeout. All right, we'll be back with fourth quarter action from the Ledyard High School Gymnasium right after this timeout.
We can clip it, trim it, and cut it down to size.
Bob
But most
Arsenal
of all,
court.
we design it, plant it, and care for it. We have the tools, the know-how, and the passion. Grow something beautiful with sprigs and twigs, stewards of the environment.
At the M.J. Sullivan Automotive Corner, our #1 goal has always been to earn your business for life. As one of the largest dealerships in eastern Connecticut, selling Chevrolet, Cadillac, Buick, and Hyundai, we accomplish our goal by not just offering the best buying experience, but more importantly, the best service experience after the sale. That philosophy is what built this company from a single-base service station nearly 45 years ago to who we are today. So experience the difference and let us earn your business for life. The M.J. Sullivan Automotive Corner in New London or at mjsullivanauto.com.
We're back here now at the Bob Arsenal Court at the Judy Dow Standish Gymnasium. That's really a mouthful if you want to get that all in.
Certainly
On the
is.
campus of Ledyard High School, where the Colonels enjoy a 22-point lead. And the third game looks a lot like the first two. It's going to be a 20-point plus win for the Colonels. They've beaten the Bears twice, and it looks like they will do so again as River Thomas knocks home the first free throw.
Remember Bill Pumfret Field at Palmer Field Stadium?
The Palmer Field Stadium part was the part I just couldn't get. River Thomas shooting free throws well down the stretch, and the Colonels will start to make replacements. Pat Gallagher comes into the ball game, as does Evan Stockman, as does Matt Charette. Stonington also with some substitutions. Left-hand jumper is no good. Taken by Charette. Jeremy Annunziato in the ball game. Long three-pointer by Gallagher is no good. Rebound taken inside, and the foul is called. Stockman with the rebound got double-teamed inside, and the foul was called. Jeremy Annunziato in the ball game, as is for the Bears, as is Joe Sanford, as is Danny Mansfield, as is John Matthews. Stockman misses the first, as is Chris Bavino. I want to make sure I get all five. Stockman's second is good. 74-49, a minute left.
For the final from Valley Regional, it's Valley Regional 74, Cromwell 56.
Big win for Valley tonight, 74-56 over Cromwell. All right, here come the Colonels the other way. Ball thrown out of bounds there, and the Bears will get the possession with 42 seconds remaining. Chris Turner checks in for the Colonels, replacing Stockman. Annunziato with a long jumper off the glass and good. 74-52. Colonels by 22 with 30 seconds remaining. Jaquante Reels in no hurry. Ball reached in and no foul call. Colonels scramble for the basketball and Turner is fouled.
For some reason.
Yeah, after the mugging at half court. Officials want to get out of here too, you know. They have families now that they'd like to spend more time with, like Major League Baseball players. Rather than it being about the money for them, it's about spending more time with their families. All right, first rattles off the back iron as Turner misses. He'll get another with 16 seconds remaining and a 22-point Ledyard lead. And Turner misses the second. Rebound taken by Pavino. Excuse me, Mansfield. Dan Mansfield rebound. Here's Reels now, and he'll just close it out. Hold the ball. No, that's not true. We'll look for a shot. No, Dave Cornish says don't shoot. And this one's in the books. Colonels with a play-down win here at home over the Stonington Bears, 74-52, in a game that could only be described as uneven, I think is maybe a good word to use to describe this one. But ultimately it was the Colonels' pressure that and their ability to dictate the pace of this ball game, Michael, that proved to be the Bears' undoing.
Hard to believe it was once 22-19.
Well, it was 22-19, yeah. And at that point, the Bears got very careless with the basketball, yeah. And there were 4 quick turnovers, all converted into baskets by the Colonels, and they went off with a 13-point lead, which changed the whole ball game around. But ultimately, it really does seem like it was a matter of time because, as I said before, the Bears just were not able to play at the pace that Ledyard wanted to play at. Ledyard forced that pace. Dave Cornish did a nice job defending Jackson Donahue. I don't know what he ended up with, but it can't have been a substantial number.
Jackson Donahue finished with 16.
Yeah, and
he earned every single
quiet
one
16.
of them. Yeah.
And I mean that of no disrespect to Jackson.
Yeah.
But he was just harassed and hounded all night long. Well, we're here at Ledyard High School. We're going to take a break shortly, and when we come back, we'll be back with the victorious head coach of the Ledyard Colonels, the estimable David Cornish. But right now, we'll take this time out.
Excuse me, mister, I don't mean to be cruel, but I have better things to be than be your fool.
Train, train, you're a good friend of mine. All right, everyone, good friend of mine. Reach up for those whistles.
And we're back here at Ledyard High School where the Colonels have concluded a third 20-point victory over the Stonington Bears this season. This time, however, in CIAC playdown action, and now the Colonels will advance to quarterfinal game Friday night against Valley Regional, and that we hope is a good one. We have with us here tonight victorious head coach of the Colonels, Dave Cornish. And Dave, you got to think a little better than what you've seen over the last week.
Yeah, we told the guys we had to. Well, we had to get our swagger back a little bit. You know, we've been struggling to score points, and so we wanted to start the game off. You know, we needed a 20-point quarter, and we got one in the first quarter, so that was a good sign.
They've talked about the 12-0 run at the end of the first half. It's 22-19, and you guys really weren't playing all that well. What do you think? What triggered that?
Well, the pressure. We put a little pressure on them at the end. You know, we went 35. We were a little afraid to go 35 right away, which is our full court press because of Donahue. We didn't want to lose sight of him and, you know, give him some threes. So we were a little leery of that. But at the end, the last minute or so, we wanted to put it on and see how they can handle it.
Speaking of that, I said during the ballgame that I really thought your design against Donahue was good. He finished with 16 kind of quiet points and really did everything he got was something that.
Did he have that many?
Yeah.
It didn't seem like it. Wow.
That's a quiet.
He's a great player.
He is a great player, but you were you not only had Kyrie Childs on him, but you were jumping him wherever you could.
Yes, that was the plan. Design, to try to take him out of the game as much as we could. I mean, you can't hold him down, but you can try to contain him a little bit.
Dave, why did you start the second half with Whipple and Gray on the bench?
The second half, no. Whipple did start the second half.
Whipple did start. All right, why Gray? Sorry.
I was a little upset with his intensity down here on the defensive end. And so, I sat him down, talked to him for a little bit, and put him. Gray, he's got to learn not to, get with the referees. I mean, you're gonna get into games like this where, the officials aren't going to see everything. They're not going to call it. But once you start talking to the officials, now your mind is off what our game plan is, what we're trying to do. And he wasn't in. His mind wasn't there.
We thought that you were sending a message to your team about their intensity level, and it seemed the message that they got in the second half, because clearly what you tried to affect was to create a tempo that Stonington was uncomfortable with, and really from start to finish you did that. I mean, there were some runs either way, but it never looked like you were out of the pace that you wanted to play at.
That's what we want. We wanted to create some havoc, a frenetic pace, just get up and down the floor. And we're going to turn the ball over anytime you have a game like that, but hopefully we're going to get some layups out of that, and that's what we got.
They've talked about what you're going to face Friday night. We were talking on the air before about how when Waterford won last year, Greg Wood said the best team that they faced all year was Valley. What do you expect?
Same as last year. Valley, they came in here. We scrimmaged them before the season. They didn't have all their guys, but now they have the player of the year, Luster, back, and I've seen them a couple times, and they're very tough. They're disciplined, but they're going to be here. And in the shoreline, I don't know how many teams pressure them, and so I don't know how much they see it. So hopefully we can create that and turn them over a little bit.
It seems to me that you have to have a better game than you got out of Thomas tonight. He had a decent game, but not to get. Now you're getting to the higher levels of competition.
Right.
But I don't think you can beat a good team without Darnay Gray playing well.
Right. Oh no, Darnay he's huge for us. He has to get his mind right and head it and buy into what we're trying to do here. I mean, he's a huge part of our success.
Nice floor game from River Thomas tonight.
Yes, River came in and gave us a spark. River's been confidence level has been down lately, but when he came in, he was ready to. He played hard. He played defense, and that's what we need from River.
Would you say the whole confidence level of after the fourth quarter game against Public, we talked about whether or not that would be a good loss or a bad loss. My first impression was that it wasn't a good loss because they kind of, instead of bouncing back, they kind of went into a little bit of a playing funk.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
I agree with it. I totally agree with it. I said we lost our luster right there in that game, and Coach McKelvin said to me, the Public game we thought was good. He said that's the worst thing that happened to us, Coach. We lost our we thought we had everything. We just lost our confidence in that game. You would think, playing a good team and taking them down to the wire like that was good for us, but it seemed like it turned the other way.
Well, Dave, go ahead, Coach. Have you thought about implementing the no one is allowed to shoot a three-point shot rule?
I said that. I told him that at halftime. I said a note to Ledyard basketball perimeter players, if you haven't noticed, we haven't made any three-point shots. Stop shooting them.
What do you have to do now as you come down to what you hope is the real best part of the game? You want your team playing the best basketball they can over the next, you hope, 3 games. What do you think you need to do to make them ready for that?
We got to play defense, Jim. We have to play defense, and that's going to win. I mean, in the end, if you're not scoring and they're not scoring, they can't win. So we have to play defense. I mean, you can't control your shots going in or out, but you can control how hard you play, and you can play defense.
Well, if I know anything about Dave Cornish and his staff, they will have the Colonels playing hard in the next game. And
That's it.
The day will be here on Friday night to see that one, to bring it to you folks out there as we have all season long. The Colonels will be playing Valley Regional in a big quarterfinal game, and we wish you all the best.
We broke the jinx.
21st win of the season, a nice one. A nice one to get. Thank you, Dave, for stopping by. Dave Cornish stopping by. We're going to be back to wrap this one up right after this timeout. Thanks, Dave.
Excuse me, mister, I don't mean to be cruel, but I have better things to be than be your fool. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Train, you're a good friend of mine. All right, everyone, good friend of mine. Reach up for those whistles.
Here, say hello to our good friend Bill Mignol, who stopped by the desk. 74-52, Colonels with a 22-point victory. They'll play in a quarterfinal game here on Friday night against the Valley Regional Warriors. I'm sure they're the Rambling Wreck. What are they? What is that?
There was the Warriors. You got it
the
right.
Warriors. I was right. Oh, man, it's quite amazing. Any final thoughts?
I just really looking forward to Friday. I think it's going to be it's going to be one of those athleticism versus skill games. I would guess this place will be full. This will be the final time the seniors ever play here, and based on the fact that Bethel got beat tonight, we might be watching the real Class M final in the quarters.
Well, I don't want to get too far ahead because the Colonels have to play well in order to be a true finalist. I mean, they have to play well to be Valley Regional.
I'm talking about the
no, I understand
quality of the game.
I'm just saying, they made a good step forward tonight, I thought.
Well, absolutely.
I think it made a good, and to get themselves out of the funk that they clearly were in. I think that fourth quarter against Hartford Public was resting uneasy on their heads, and I think they may have exercised that demon. It certainly reared its head during the ECC tournament, and it looks like they were back playing the kind of basketball they want to play. Now we'll see if they can sustain it. They need a concerted effort from all of their players. They cannot have anybody take a night off.
And they need to play smart.
Yeah, they need to play smart. Now listen, the kind of basketball they want to play looks not smart at times, because it is. You will give up easy hoops. But pace is something you got to try to create in whatever way you can. That's what Dave wants. I'm sure he's going to try to do that again on Friday night. It may not always look pretty, but in the long run, if you come up with a 22-point victory, I guess that's a fairly successful night.
And smart, by smart, you're right. When you play up and down, sometimes you throw it away. I mean more in when it does become when it does become,
because it's going to be it might be a 2-point ball game, not
right.
a 22-point ball game.
Right.
You can make mistakes
right.
in a 22-point ball game to get erased very easily.
Right.
But we'll see, because that's the beauty. You still have to play the game, and the game will be played Friday night here at 7 o'clock, and we'll be here to bring it all to you. Until then, for producer Peter Huapi and the award-winning columnist of the day, Mr. Mike Tomorrow, this is James O'Neill saying good night, everybody.